This video will show you the complete reality transurfing manifestation process. I'm going to share with you step by step exactly what to do in order to attract what you want using this powerful process. Welcome back to another video. My name is Aaron and I help people expand their consciousness. Now, on this video, I'm going to be sharing with you something I've been talking about recently on the channel, which is called Reality Transurfing. Now, this was a book that was written in Russia by a quantum physicist who wrote this book. It's now been translated to a whole bunch of other languages as well. It's kind of newer, not that many people know about it, but it is an amazing book. I've been personally applying it in my own life and I've seen amazing results. What I encourage you to do is to just simply try this on, to simply try it and see if it works for you. It's been working for me, so that's why I am sharing it on this channel. Now, there's a couple main ideas behind this book that, if you understand, make it a whole bunch easier in order to really grasp the ideas. Now, one of them is understanding parallel realities. Now, this is something I've talked about in videos before. In the book, it's called alternative space. Think of it like this. Any possible variation, any possible outcome of what you want to achieve already exists in some level of reality. It's simply that we're not tuned to it, or we're not, consciously perceiving of it right now. But the power in knowing that that reality already exists in this moment helps you understand how you can resonate with it more, how you can really start to embody more of who you prefer to be, and how by visualizing yourself and feeling like you already have it, that helps you to shift and perceive of that reality. Now, there's a couple other main concepts of reality transurfing that I think are very powerful, and one of them has to do with pendulums. I'm going to go deeper in this on a further video. But the idea behind a pendulum is that anytime we are thinking a certain way, what happens is those thoughts have an electromagnetic type existence. And what happens is when people think similarly, they team up together and they create a thought structure that has a momentum of its own. Anytime we think similarly to certain pendulums that exist, we take on the energy of it. Now think of it like this. If there's a certain sports team that you like, you may, if you're at a game, feel that energy. And a lot of times when people like to go to games versus just watching them on TV, it's because they tap into the pendulum at the actual game. Physically, they're able to feel that energy, and it's like they get that rush. Now, there's pendulums that can be a little bit more negative. You have pendulums when it comes to the political spectrum. So if you are for one candidate or against another candidate, whichever side that you're on, you're a part of the pendulum if your thoughts are in correlation with how other people think as well. So all of these things are called pendulums. They're just simply thought structures that have its own momentum. And many times people are creating from pendulums unconsciously because they're just tapped into social conditioning. So because they think in a certain way, because they identify and they think similarly to everybody else, they are taking on the characteristics, and that pendulum is running itself out. Now, in general, most pendulums are not necessarily positive. Most pendulums will kind of bang around, and it's kind of like you're at the effect rather than being at the cause. Now, the difference with reality transurfing is once you become aware of the pendulums, they then become a choice, because you can decide that you are going to raise above it. You can decide that they're not going to have power over you. Because the fact that you're aware of it, you then have the ability to choose. Now, the other part of reality transurfing is understanding intention. Everything in life is intention. If you set more intentions in your life will begin to change, because you are choosing the alternative space. You are choosing the life tracks, the momentum of what you want to experience in your life, and you're more likely to then have that experience. Now, the only other part of reality transurfing I want to explain before I get more into the video is understanding decreasing importance. The idea is that there's balancing factors that come into play when it has to do with the manifestation process. Now, if there's something that we desire and we're coming at it from a place of lack, or we're making something very important, the idea is because we're putting it on a pedestal, because we're making it so important, balancing factors come into play, almost like a balancing energy that balances it out so that you don't actually get what you want because of the way that balancing mechanism works. Now, what we must do is, instead of desire something else, we must translate that desire into intention. We must actually intend for it. Desire does nothing. And I've showed this example many times since I've been explaining reality transurfing. If I have the desire to put my hand up right now, I can have the desire, but the desire does nothing unless I transmute it into intention and I decide to put my hand up. So think of this also when it comes to increasing or decreasing the importance, anytime that you really, really want something, you normally end up resisting it. Think of this maybe like there's a specific or some type of person you're trying to attract into your life. If you make it really, really important and you give it excess meaning, it's like you end up resisting it, and those things don't come into play because it's being given excess meaning, which creates what is called excess potential. Excess potential has balancing factors that come into play that balance it out. So decrease the level of importance by realizing you are already okay, everything is good, and as you do that, you start to really resonate with your desires. Now, the main part of this video, I know that we're already 6 minutes in, and now I'm just now getting to the video, but a lot of people don't know what reality transurfing is, so I kind of have to explain it so that people can really grasp the ideas of what I'm sharing. This has to do with setting a goal and doing and setting something that's called a slide. Now, the way that you set goals with reality transurfing has to do with our understanding, first off, that many times we have our goals mixed up. We think our goals is to make $1 million, is to just go do this or just go do that. Our real goals have to be connected to our heart. It has to be connected to passion, what we love doing, because money is a side effect of us doing what we like. Most people are focused on money when money isn't an actual goal. You see, the heart doesn't understand money. The head understands intellectually money equals freedom, money can buy me this, money can buy me that, but the heart doesn't get it. The heart connects to feeling and passion. This is why when you find your passion and you make that more about the goal, everything can begin to change. Even look at someone like Warren Buffett, for example. Warren Buffett may make a lot of money doing investing, but that has always been his passion. He has, since he was like 8 years old, been studying and reading about investing and doing that. So that's something he's really passionate about. So his goal isn't necessarily the money. His goal is more of just the fact that he has such a passion for investing, for doing what he does. So begin to ask yourself that question. What is my heart's desire? If you ask that question, you will start to find and see more of the answer. Set an intention that you will answer that question. The brain will then look for it, and you'll start to find out more of what is your goal from a heart perspective. Now, in reality transurfing, there's also this talk about chunking or having one main goal. Now, what this means is maybe you have a goal, and that goal is to be doing your passion and being able to live in a luxurious home, being able to have a family, and having like 2 or 3 things that have to do with something that your goal is. Now, instead of having all 4 of those goals and always be thinking about it, make one representation of what that goal could be accomplished. All those things could be accomplished if you did this one thing. Now, that one thing could be having the dream job that you like, starting your own business. It could be you just passionately selling something or passionately doing art, whatever it is. But whatever it is, get specific with that one thing. So for me, it's creating 2 or 3 videos a day, creating programs that help people, helping people transform their life. That's kind of the main goal, is me just reaching as many people as I can to spread a message. That's my main goal. And then all the other side effects of that, whether that's financial, whether that's the freedom to travel, whatever it is, kind of comes with that. So I have that one main goal that I focus on, and now it's going to take us into the next step, which is creating what is called a slide. Now, a slide, the idea is that what you want to do is you want to imagine the outcome of what you want to create in your life. Now, this is also just general personal development stuff. This is stuff that you'll hear from other teachers, other types of teachings. But what you're going to do is you're going to have an outcome for what you want to create that represents one slide of reality, one parallel reality type existence. And you're going to focus on that one thing, and you want it to make it so that you feel like it's something that you're passionate about. If it's not something you feel passionate about, then you make sure that at least makes you feel observant. Can't bring up negative emotion. That's why sometimes desire ends up working against you. So have that outcome, have that slide for whatever you want to create, and what you want to do is periodically throughout the day, you want to focus on that slide of what you want to create in your life already happening. Imagine it as if you already had it, and visualize what that would be in just that outcome, just that slide, that frame. And what you want to do is you want to look at that periodically throughout the day. The more that you focus on that state of being, that slide, that feeling, the more that that will start to come into your life, the more that you'll see opportunities in your life, the more that you'll find that things just start happening for you. Now, another part of this is to decrease the amount of importance you give that slide. If when you see that slide, you feel resistance because you're like, oh, it's really not here already, even though I'm focused on it, then you want to distance yourself from it and kind of put it on the back burner. Make it okay whether you attract what you want or not. The decreasing the importance is, I think, one of the magic sauces. It's like letting go with the law of attraction, but what you do is you just decrease the amount of importance because you're okay either way. When you come at it from that frame, you more of resonate with that desire anyways. Now, I've used this example as well before, but when it comes to this YouTube channel, I thought that when this YouTube channel and we hit 100,000 subscribers, that it was going to be this like ecstatic feeling, and it was going to be like, from there on out, it was just like a new higher, real high base point. But this is what happened. I went to bed one night, 98,000 subscribers. I woke up the next day, we're at 101,000 subscribers. By 3,000 subscribers overnight because a video went viral, the one in, I think I was filmed in Sedona, on the raising vibration. Now, when that happened, it was like for an hour or two, it was like, whoa, this is really cool. We finally did it. All these daily videos, all this intention, everything is working. But here's the thing. The way that the mind works is then it looks and it tries to up the ante. It's like, what about 150,000? What about 200,000? It just starts to, it's always like a carrot on a stick. It always wants more, right? That's how the mind and the ego works. But this is what I realized. That by the time 100,000 subscribers came, it was natural. It's just a part of who I am. I create daily videos. This is what I do. It didn't feel like this thing that was on a pedestal anymore, and it wasn't given excess meaning or excess potential. The same thing with your goals, whatever your goal is, if it's to make a certain amount of money per year. If you think, maybe if you're right now making 50,000 a year and you want to make 100,000 a year, if you think making 100,000 a year will make you feel this ecstatic feeling, then you distance yourself from it because you're given it an expectation that it's not natural for you, that it's not normal for you to feel that way. So the idea is to decrease the level of importance. You're good either way, and that you can create from more of an observer point of view than anything else. You don't desire it from a place of lack. You just feel passionate about what you're doing in the present moment. Now, there's a couple other processes or ways to go about reality transurfing. One of them has to do with inner intention and outer intention. Inner intention is the will to have something, so it's an intention you can make. So it's more of the will to act, right? Take action, the inner willpower that you can have to create what you want. Outer intention is more so like almost the manifestation of the universe. It's almost like I am creating from my inner intention is to create daily videos, is to add value to people, it's to grow as a person, grow as a spirit, but even deeper than that, the outer intention of that could be me having the awareness that through me, there's a larger level consciousness that the universe wants this information to spread. So that's more so outer intention. It's more so, it's not necessarily me, like think of it like this. Instead of trying to attract a certain person into your life, realize that that other person also wants to attract you into their life. So it makes it a little bit easier because then you're working with the universe rather than against it. Rather than me trying to like move a pencil, it's like knowing that the pencil wants to be moved. So I know it sounds kind of funny, but think of it in the form of the universe wanting it to happen through you because it's a win-win scenario. That's another thing I focus on. I focus on giving as much value as I possibly can in these videos because I want to add value to other people as much as I can. So I feel like it's a larger purpose that comes through. That's why when I do these videos, I get into a flow state and I don't have to really think too much about it because it's almost like ideas just come to me. It's like, you know, I don't really write out these videos before. I write down the title and then I shoot into the videos. It's because of a flow state. It's just natural because this is my passion and this is what I love to do. So remember that this is something that you can tap into. Let me know if you'd like me to create a course on reality transurfing, like an ultimate course for step-by-step process of exactly what to do, how to create frames. There's different exercises that you can do that are in the book, and I can kind of show you those exercises. The book is great. The book is a little bit advanced for some people, maybe understanding it. So what I like to do is break it down into practical steps and make it something that you guys can maybe understand because you've already watched some of my other videos. Now, another thing thing I did is I created a meditation that will help you to raise your vibrational set point so that you create from a higher level paradigm. This is a meditation you can listen to for 21 days. I think it can absolutely transform your life. I created it about a week ago, so I just wanted to offer that to you as well. And also remember, Reality Transurfing, set yourself a goal, know that you can decrease the importance of you actually achieving the goal, put that into a slide, one representation of what you want to experience, realize that that experience that you're imagining already exists at a certain level, begin to resonate with it, start to have the inner intention and the outer intention, have the trust that these things will come, have the trust that it wants to work through you. As you do that, understand as well that money is not the goal. Money is a side effect of you doing your passion. Connect to your heart, connect to the feeling of what you want to create, and as you do that, you'll find that things happen in an amazing way. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Feel free to like this video if you guys liked it. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that little notification here so that you guys can see the daily visit I do. And other than that, as always, I will see you guys on the next video. Alright, peace, much love, and namaste.